Alright, countdown's over. Yep, that's a sign. Wind Bloom. We finally celebrate Wind Bloom.
旅人いらっしゃい。シバルマラン A ランドファミリーに加わる準備はできた？グルメ系 AA に出てくるみたいな超人気なご飯も欲しいぜ。両選手、準備ができたようですね。
It's there.
ホテルドゥボール特別料理対決。
Oh my god, it's a cooking contest.
カトラリーの準備も完了。
Let's go Fiel. Going back to Fontaine as well as Mondstadt. Interesting. And yeah, she's a 5-star, right? A chef. All that. My Atlantis going to Fontaine. Oh yeah, Ifa is finally playable. Nemo Talis, I assume. He has a gun there.
月始めの3日間、飛行物を連れて外出してはいけないらしい。
These guys are on. Really, these guys are in Fontaine.
ここは昔レムリア時代に建てられた公衆浴場で、
Lemuria?
確かモデストの秘典に書いてあったような気がするわ。
真の偉大になり蛮族滅びよ。
古竜の時代の謎の遺物、それに俺がフォンテーヌに来た理由を合わせて考えれば、例の密輸事件の捜査を逃
Not
れ
when
たも
people
のかもしれな
finally
い。
able to go out. Meantime,
レインドットさ。彼女が
Paul
僕をモンドに向かわせた時、ある大きな課題を
find
与
the
えたんだ。
truth of the world.
世界の真相を探せというね。
なんで街の中に魔物がいるんだ？想像してたよりも状況がひどいみたい。
What's going on here?
また敵が来るぞ。
Oh my god, it's just like Natlan.
セピロス騎士団調査小隊隊長アルベド。
Bendon?
何をしたんだ？殺人事件？ホムンクルスが暴走して理性を失い他者を傷つける狂気的な行動。
New character.
魔女会と正式な会談を行うことを願ってるんだ。
あら、そんな勇気のある子が。
Oh my god, it's the Hexen Circle. Oh my god, it's the Hexen Circle is coming into play now.
天地が逆さになった時、人は世界の本質を知る。なら、万
Listen,
物が
Pablo.
逆さになったら。
New bosses.
なぜ罪のない人を。
どうしてこんなことに？リレットが襲撃にあって。
Rivulet was what?
戦争のために用意した薬物なのよ。人体研究という課題を諦めたことは一度もない。モンドの法律にのっとり被告人アルベ
This
ドを
music.
殺人および死体遺棄で
Guilty.
有罪とする。今も近くから聞こえるよ。
お、なんだ、バルバトスか？
ファルか？
Okay. That was Marcus' voice. He sound young. I don't know how to say it. He sound kind of young. In the Japanese version at least. Young as in very young. I mean he's not it's very bad beard or something from that voice. From that kind of voice. But again she can surprise me with anything really. But oh my god, that was something. Oh boy. What's the pass right here? I mean the code. GI56. Paralogism. CI 56 Paralogism. Okay, that's one redemption code out of the way, but still, what the heck is going on around here? Oh my god.
Hello, everyone. Welcome
Okay,
to the
English
Genshin
cast
Impact
for
version 5.6 special program.
at least some
I'm
of
Jane
the
Jackson, the voice of
recent
Ressa, and I have two
characters
awesome
posted around
co-hosts with me
here.
today. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
What up, my dudes? My name is Johnny LaQuasto, and I'm the voice of Aoife.
I'm a dude.
Hey, your turn.
Hello everyone, my name is Emily Cass and I voice Escoffier. I'm so excited to be here.
And I am so excited to be hosting alongside you two today.
Oh,
Right.
by the way, Emily, I have to say, the way your chibi's tail moves around is so cool.
Oh, actually, it's not a tail. It's a self-adapting movement signal tracking support mech. It's a piece
What?
of tech, basically. It helps Escoffier in the kitchen and in combat. It's one of her
It's not her
essential
tail.
utensils.
But it looks so much like a tail.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of people think that.
that's
And
not your
considering how it
tail.
looks, people even call Escoffier a demon chef.
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
it's just a
That
machine.
seems a little extreme.
Yeah,
Wasn't
I'd say
expecting
so
that.
too. But honestly, I don't know much about Escoffier. Can you tell us more about her, Emily?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at her profile.
Well, let's get this over with before we
Escoffier
go on.
used to be the head chef at
The-
the Hotel de Bourg.
The important part that
cool.
we really
The
wanted to
hotel is
know
famous for the extremely popular and exclusive
is the stuff
Gâteau de
monster
Bourg.
that was
Wow,
very spicy.
exclusive?
Yeah, only a limited amount of slices are available per day. Escoffier is a master of precision gastronomy, which means
Yes.
she approaches cooking as a science. She even develops advanced mecha to use in her cooking process.
Wow, that's some
Love her
dedication
accent.
to her craft.
Of course, in
what's
Escoffier's
that?
kitchen,
Yes,
no
what's
dish
that?
is ready to be served until it has her stamp of
Look at that.
approval.
But
And when
what's
she
that?
likes
It
something,
sounds
she
very
gets completely lost in the flavors. It looks
European.
almost like she's in heaven.
That sounds incredible, but what if she doesn't like it?
Oh, then she'd probably say something like...
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove. You'd have had more
my
sense
God.
serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom.
Wow.
She's
Intense.
she sounds
I
like
promise Escoffier
Gordon
is
Ramsay.
actually very well-mannered most of the time.
Of
When it
course
comes
she's
to food,
French.
She couldn't be more strict.
Of
It's
course
all
she's
for good reason,
French.
though. Escoffier believes her mission as a chef is to
This
make
is
haute
amazing.
cuisine accessible to all.
The
So
interaction is
she's
going to
not
be
just strict
amazing,
on
isn't
other
it?
People. She demands
Oh my
perfection from
God.
herself too.
I really
Because
wish
that's
they
the
get
only
to
way
meet
make a
such.
dream a
They get to
reality.
meet. I
Oh,
really
is that why she
wish.
develops all those cooking
um,
mecha?
That's right. With their help, even
What is it?
people who are short
It's
on
Xiangling.
time or cooking skills can
How
be
Escoffier
capable of
would
making
end
a
up
good
meeting
meal.
Xiangling eventually.
Ah, okay.
That's going to
That
be
feels like a
chaotic.
personal call-out. But seriously though, I'm telling you, I could use something exactly like that.
Same here. Emily, you said Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg. Does that mean she doesn't work there anymore?
Yeah, that's right. She even had to spend time in the Fortress of Meripede.
The Fortress of Meripede? What
Fortress.
We can't divulge the details right now, but all will be revealed in Escoffier's story quest, treasured above all. So be sure to check it out if you're interested, travellers. You'll also be rewarded with extra Ascension materials for Escoffier.
Ooh.
Oh, and travellers will get to take part in a one-of-a-kind culinary showdown in this quest. Not only will travellers get
Oh.
to experience
There's
Escoffier's
some
mentorship
there's some cute
firsthand,
mini
but
game
special
there.
guests will also make an appearance.
Special guest, nice. Huh. Okay, I see blubber beasts and romaritime flowers. Wait, do we have to cook 4 blubber beasts using romaritime flowers? That's not much to work with.
All I can say is, trust in Escoffier. She can work wonders.
Oh, I'm definitely a believer. Okay, so we know what she can do in the kitchen,
Sato.
but what about on the battlefield?
Right, let's get into it.
Let's see what she can actually do.
Escoffier wields a cryovision and is a powerful addition to freeze-focused teams, which brings us
Freeze-focused
to one
team.
of her talents. When Escoffier's elemental skill or elemental burst hits an enemy, she can reduce their resistance to hydro and cryo damage. The more
Oh,
hydro and cryo characters in the party, the greater the reduction.
Okay, So
Freeze
it looks like
team.
the enemies here aren't actually frozen, but the resistance reduction still takes effect.
Yeah, that's really important. As long as
Okay.
her elemental skill or burst
Freeze
hits an
come.
enemy, the reduction takes effect. The enemy doesn't need to be frozen.
That's quite a
That
freaking
means the
while
talent
ago,
works on
right?
bosses and other unfreezable
When-
enemies.
Wow, so it
Yes,
seems
yes.
like any character that deals hydro or cryo damage can benefit from that talent.
Oh my god, that sounds
I
like a
can
crack
definitely
game over
see her
there.
being a powerful support in freeze teams.
Serena
But
Ayaka
Escoffier's not just a
and
support.
her.
She can dish out damage as well. With an actual dish.
No way.
Yeah, and when
Feel.
Escoffier unleashes her elemental skill, she summons a cooking mech to the
It's an
field that
off-field
follows the active character
skill.
and periodically fires projectiles at nearby enemies, dealing cryo damage. So with her ability to shred resistance, she basically buffs her own damage. In addition, her elemental burst restores HP to the entire party.
She's also a healer.
So she can buff the party, dish out damage, and heal. Wow, sounds like she's pretty versatile.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
really
thanks to a
versatile.
different talent, she has another
Very,
ability
very
that
versatile.
really showcases her skills as a chef. If you hold her elemental skill, the cooking mech she summons can absorb elemental energy and convert it into
What is
a delicious dish.
Whoa, I've never seen a talent like that before.
Okay, so you don't even have to prepare the ingredients yourself? Bro, that's awesome.
Yeah, and plus she can produce several kinds of dishes this way.
Well, that will be so fun to check out in game.
Totally.
That's
So
it.
take note of this next piece of news, travelers. In the first half of version 5.6, we'll have event wishes for Escoffier and Navia. A new 5-star polearm, Symphonist of Sense, will be featured on the weapon banner. Our new 4-star character, Aoife, will also enjoy a drop rate boost on the first half banners.
Aoife, no way, bro.
I think that's my line, but I couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh, and another bit of really exciting news is that travelers will get to spend more time with these two in the new version.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Okay, take a look at this clip and you'll see.
Is this?
All eyes are on me. Lowly servants, behold the almighty Dragon Lord's magnificence. The heck are you on about?
What's going on here?
Why does no one ask for the autograph of the almighty Dragon Lord? Kahula how? Oh wow, no way, bro. What? You little... Oh dear, oh dear. Do you even hear yourself, bro? How dare you?
What is going on here?
Huh? What are you on about? No way, bro. Huh? Seriously? Seriously? Do you even hear yourself, bro? Darn it. Oh, wow. No way, bro. Do you even hear yourself, bro? You're hopeless.
We're just repeating
Dragon
this
Lord,
now.
Kahula! His wisdom is wasted on you. No way, bro. See you later. Huh?
What even was that about?
Oh, you meant Kukuku and a how. Wow, I feel like those two could argue forever.
Dude, you don't know the half of it.
Hang in there, bro.
You too, huh? Man, this bro thing is really taking off.
Well, Kukuku is just that infectious. So, travelers met Aoife in the previous version, but since we now have the chance to add him to our parties, want to give us a formal introduction, Johnny?
I thought you never asked, Jane. Absolutely. As
He's
most of you
dark.
probably know, Aoife is
Looks
a Saurian
freaking
vet
cool.
from the Flower Feather clan.
Look at
In
his
that
body,
land,
man.
humans and Saurians
He looks so
live and fight
muscular
side
in
by
that
side.
art.
Saurians get sick
What
and
the
hurt
hell?
just like everyone else.
Oh, you.
So Saurian vets do a very important job in that land.
Okay.
And Aoife is a really good one. In fact, you've probably heard of some of his accomplishments already. Like how he saved Kakuku's life, and now, of course, Kakuku works as his trusty assistant.
Yeah, Aoife is practically a miracle worker.
That's a
I
revolver.
heard a how got sick one time,
Makes
so Kanice
sense.
took him to Aoife for treatment, and what do you
It's
know?
funny how the
How is
freaking
better in like 2
Pyro clan
seconds. Imagine that.
all of the
Sounds
play
like
could
Aoife
character is a
really knows his
Nemo.
stuff. I wonder if he
Very
can train all
ironic.
kinds of dragons.
Very
Like
funny.
even ones from other nations.
I guess, in theory, yeah, I don't see why not. Plus, if it
But
was
we
an
can
emergency,
fly.
Kakuku could help him get
You
there
can
in no
fly
time.
using
I
the
mean,
bird.
I heard the Flower Feather clan is known for riding Kukasaurs. But this is less riding and more dangling, isn't it?
Hey, this is a Kakuku appreciation zone only, all right? But
Little
seriously,
buddy is
just
trying
wait
so
until you see
hard
him
to
sprint.
fly.
He spreads out those huge wings, and it's super awesome. Oh, and while we're on the subject, if there are any travelers who haven't done the part of the Ochkanatlan World Quest where you chase down the evil dragon, try it out with Aoife. It'll be a completely different kind of flying experience.
It definitely is.
I
Oh my
see
god.
that.
Kuku just
Although it
lies.
looks more like Aoife is chasing down a patient for a checkup.
Yeah. So, okay, what else can Eva do in combat?
Well,
At
Aoife is
least.
an Animo Vision user with a lot of tricks up his sleeve. For example, when faced with aggressive enemies, Aoife can unleash his elemental burst and fire a therapeutic sedative, creating a wind current that pulls in and restrains enemies.
Pulls in.
Of course, as Aoife's good bro, Kakuku also helps him out in combat. With Aoife's elemental skill, Kakuku lifts him into the air, giving him an aerial
Pretty
advantage
basic.
in combat. And while in this state, Aoife can continuously fire tonic shots, which deal Animo damage upon impact and restore HP
I mean, he's
to
a
the entire
4-star.
party.
Oh, nice. So, what
Seems
kind of
fair
team
enough.
comps work best with Aoife?
Well, to answer that, we should introduce one of his talents first. When Aoife is in the Night Soul's Blessing state,
Charge.
he can use his Field Medic's vision to increase swirl and electrocharge damage based
Swirl
on the
and
total amount of Night Soul
electrocharge.
points across the entire party.
Okay,
So it's going to pair with
he works well
Ororo
with
and then
characters that can trigger swirl and
Ororo is
electrocharge
also an
reactions.
electrocharge team.
And
I'm not
characters that can
mistaken.
generate Night Soul points. He seems like a really flexible unit.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's-
Plus, in
his
areas
swirl
with
is-
Natlan's
you can still
phlogistic
swirl.
mechanics, if your current active character or indwelled Saurian's HP drops below a certain percent, Aoife can consume his own phlogiston to heal them.
Nice, putting those medical skills to use.
He had some quality of
His
life
kit
there.
seems really intuitive, and
For
he helps
him,
with
of course.
exploration. I feel like exploring the sacred volcano will be a lot easier with Kakuku's dangle.
I gotta be honest, I haven't
What can I
explored
say?
that
He
place
is a
yet.
helpful little guy. Now, moving on to our next bit of news,
That
a
sounds
new
bad.
boss is coming in version 5.6, the Secret Source Automaton Overseer device. Travelers will need to defeat it to obtain ascension materials for Escoffier.
Huh.
Scoffier
I feel
material.
like we faced something like this before.
That's because this boss has the same origins as the Secret Source Automaton configuration device from version 5.1. Both are pieces of ancient dragon technology.
They almost seem like two parts of one terrifying monster.
Okay, Jane, let's this is where
What
we should wrap
are
this
you
part up, I think. 'cause
implying
travelers
there?
can search for their own answers to this in-game. Now, let's kick off the
Jeez.
event portion.
Oh, wow. There are Natlan characters in Fontaine? Is it because of a
Stephen.
festival or something?
Not a festival. An amusement park organized by Navia and the Spina di Rasula.
Ooh.
Auroron and Aoife are there to
The
deliver
main
Natlan
event?
produce for the event. But it's not all veggies and good times, unfortunately. Against the backdrop of the festivities, a smuggling case is uncovered, leading Kanich and Risley to cross paths.
A Saurian hunter and a prison warden. Sounds like a
What?
fun pairing.
A combination of a berry.
Yeah, right?
You got
I
here.
actually have a few sneak peeks to share, so let's take a look.
Weird. Why is a How cowering behind Kanich? I would have thought he was too proud for that. Oh, wait.
He's hiding from
It must be
something.
because of Fontaine's ban on flying objects.
Exactly. Ahau and Kakuku
I'm
made the
flying
journey
as
all
well.
the way to Fontaine and happened to arrive just in time for the ban.
Ugh.
Ahau was able to hide, but Kakuku got scared and flew straight into the Palais Meronia. Auroron thinks Kakuku will manage to send all of the important documents in the Palais flying around the building.
Oh no, that can't end well. Well, what
This
about
sounds
Aoife?
wacky.
Isn't he going to come to Kakuku's rescue?
Don't
Sounds
worry,
like
with
really,
Nerva
really
Leth and
wacky
Risley
of an
there,
event.
Kakuku's in good hands. Plus, he might even learn a new phrase or two.
What?
Hey, check it out. Risley managed to teach him one. Anyone want to guess what
What
it is?
the heck is this?
Oh, I don't really know what it could be. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. Anyway,
Oh
I
my
wanted
god,
to
they're
point out
teasing us.
there are two dragons in this picture. So, does that mean Nervalet could, like, interpret for Kakuku? You know, dragon to dragon. Oh, I can't wait to see how their interactions go.
That is so confusing.
Honestly, I can't even picture it,
For
but
players
I
who
just
don't understand
know
what's
it's
going
gonna
on
be
here.
Hilarious.
Guessing that
Yeah,
the
there's
Saurians
nothing we can
are
say that beats the real
wood
thing. So, if you're interested, be
dragons,
sure to check out
the
all
descendants of the
shenanigans in
dragons as
and
well.
Trust me, there are a lot of them.
Also, we're getting a
Now,
4-star
on to the actual
weapon.
amusement park. Let me give you
Oh.
some background. It's called the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland, and it's the brainchild of a well-known engineer and film buff, with the Spina di Rasula in charge of the financing, construction, and general operations.
Oh, Lapine Pauline is back. Didn't she almost go bankrupt after basing her research on that fake story? I hope her investment pays off this time.
Well, if the Traveler
Camera
agrees to come on
shots in
board,
this
Lapine
game.
Pauline might be in a better position.
Come on board.
It's been improving.
Why am I fraud
Improving
alarm
very
bells
much.
ringing?
It's not like that. If you don't trust
Can't
Lapine
believe
Pauline,
we've come so far.
Yeah, okay. Her track record isn't great, but at least trust Cheval Moran and the Spina di Rasula.
If you say so.
And how do we make sure we don't run it into the ground?
Well, if the Traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better position.
Wait, so this is a management sim? Okay, tell me everything.
You got it, bro. Travelers will be in charge of operations like
Oh, we're
upgrading
doing
the
this
facilities,
event again.
expanding the park, and managing the staff.
Oh.
During each business
But my
cycle,
favorite kind of
travelers
event?
will need to allocate their precious
Spreadsheet.
funds and action points to the most important tasks
Management.
based on their management needs.
And plus, Navia recruited
I
Master
like
Chef
this kind of minigame.
Scoffier to run the park's theme restaurant. Woo! The dishes
really
she
relaxing.
creates can give you unique management buffs, so don't miss out.
Absolutely. You can also increase your revenue by adding different kinds of attractions.
We do
For
have
example,
some
in
mini
eclectic
games around here.
escapades, visitors can experience unforgettable adventures where they fly through the air or dash underwater at high speeds.
Wow.
Or there's movie masterpieces where you have to use special abilities to reach the end of the stage and seize the treasure. Before launching these attractions, travelers will need to try them out and create a standardized strategy guide for each one, so that visitors understand how to get the most out of the experience.
Nice.
Oh, and travelers can also add an attraction called Mellow Manor, where they can create a cozy retreat for different animals to draw in visitors and increase revenue.
And travelers can also recruit some familiar faces to
What
help run the
minigame was that?
park. Among the recruits are Fontanian companions and friends from other nations too.
Yeah, that's right. By completing
Floresa's
friendly
also here.
encounters, travelers can learn useful management techniques from their companions. Eventually, these companions will become fixtures at the park and provide even more management support. So, long story short, don't worry too much.
All of
You
this
don't have to go it
in
alone.
the event.
Okay, yeah,
It's pretty
that
cool.
doesn't sound too bad.
And plus, once you get down to
We
the
are
business,
here for
you'll be
Monster,
rewarded
to be
for your
honest.
efforts.
Ooh,
I'm
do
more hype
tell.
about
Oh,
that.
I will. Reach a certain point in the operations and you'll be able to claim all sorts of rewards, including Primo Gems
Come on,
and
get on
a
with it,
new
guys.
4-star
I
bow,
can't wait.
Sequence of Solitude.
Awesome! More Primo Gems to save for your next pull. Which reminds
Ooh.
me, we still haven't finished announcing the event wishes, have we?
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry to keep you in
Whoa.
suspense, travelers.
Initian,
In the
right?
second half of version 5.6, we'll have returning event wishes for Kenichi
Venti.
and a ride in
Venti
Shogun.
so degree plan.
Plus, the chronicled Wish banner will be returning in version 5.6. I know a lot of travelers have been waiting
Was
for that.
expecting a
so
Chronicled
check it out
Wish
if you're
banner.
interested.
Yeah, you have to. And best of luck
Was
on your
expecting an Inazuma Chronicle
Alright.
Wish.
That was a
Okay.
lot of info, so let's take our first break.
Even Shio
Here's
is
the
there.
second redemption code, travelers.
We got redemption code. Of the air. Well, enjoying that. No wonder, right?
The Windbloom Festival,
Here we
once a celebration of flowers, now
It's
shrouded
going
in
on.
unease.
507.
Why is Albedo on trial? Who is the young man in the courtroom? And is he friend or foe? What tidings does the Dodo communication device bring this time? The answers to these questions and more in the version 5.6 Archon Quest.
Right.
Nice voice.
Nice.
Aw, shucks, thanks.
So, we
Finally.
made it back to Mondstadt and Albedo's on trial. I mean, I don't even know what to think.
My experience
But
is the loot.
something tells me there's more to this situation than meets the eye.
Well, I've put together some information about the case. Let's go
Interesting.
through it and see if we can uncover some new clues. So,
Alright.
here's the deal. Albedo's been accused of murder and unlawful disposal of human remains, and the case is being tried in secret. The logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius, Hertha, seems to have compelling evidence against Albedo, so the situation is serious.
I'm sure Hertha is just trying to do her job and uncover the truth. But there has to be some kind of misunderstanding here.
Well, in court, the evidence does the talking. Travelers will have access to Albedo's office on the second floor of headquarters to do their own
Office?
investigation into the
I know
case and
someone will be
hopefully
very
track down some
excited about
clues.
this.
So I saw Jean,
I have a
Kaya,
friend
and Julia in the courtroom,
with
all members of the
so
Knights of
excited to
Favonius,
see that outfit.
which makes sense. But it looked like someone from the church was also there.
Oh,
Deacon.
that's Dahlia. He's the deacon of the Church of Favonius, so he works with Barbara, Rosaria, and the other members of the clergy. Dahlia acts as the Herald of
Interesting.
Barbados, which is interesting because he's also friends with Venti.
Yeah,
Oh,
very
wow.
interesting. He sounds like a very important
Friend with
figure there.
Venti,
Well,
huh?
speaking of Venti,
Yes.
the Dodo communication device is back in this quest. At some point, Venti needs it to get in touch with Alice. But on the first attempt, the line connects to Grandmaster Varka instead. It's only on the second try that he manages to reach Alice.
Whoa, hold on. You just dropped two major names. Varka has been on an
What do you
expedition for
mean?
a long time. Sounds like we finally get to hear how he's doing. As for Alice, we know she's the mother of the most adorable Klee and an elder of the Hexen Circle.
I mean,
But
he does
I
not
wonder why
have
Venti needs to get in touch with
appearance
her.
still, yes, of course.
Wait, could it be because of the monsters in the city?
Oh, you know what? In Amber's anthology chapter, she did say the number of monsters around Mondstadt has been skyrocketing lately.
Right? And now there are even more monsters in the city. So maybe Venti is reaching out to Alice for help.
I think you two are onto something. And if we take a look at this map, we can see that a lot of our old friends have joined in on the fight to defend Mondstadt.
Wow, this is kind of emotional. Mondstadt was the beginning of everything. It's
Yeah,
the
what the-
place where travelers met their first companions and embarked on this whole
The cities of
journey.
Iran.
Now it's in crisis. Oh, hopefully travelers can do something to stop it.
Oh, they can.
But even
but
the
it won't be an easy road.
even that
Alice
stronger
can offer
initials
something to
there.
help, but travelers will need to pass a trial first and defeat the king and queen on the chessboard.
Anything to defend Mondstadt.
Is it
I'm
the
sure
boss?
travelers aren't scared of a little trial.
Okay. Then let's take a look at what awaits them.
Wait. Just realize they're using elements. Hydro, electro, there's pyro. My God, is that supposed to be overload? Yes.
Alice will preside over the first phase of the trial. The trial takes place on a chessboard, but the rules of chess don't exactly apply. Look
mean, of
closely
course.
and you'll notice some of the pieces on the board can harm the king. Travelers can use that to their advantage to create an opening and dish out damage. But in the second phase, there are no chess pieces to use. Travelers will need to rely on their own strength to emerge victorious.
It looks like there's a different Dodoco presiding over the second phase. One wearing a blue hat. Is that a different mage from the Hexen Circle?
Ooh, I wonder which one.
Well, travelers will have to uncover that for themselves. As for the second phase of the trial, let me offer a quick piece of advice. The boss has some extremely powerful attacks, but freeze reactions can help you create an opening.
Maybe jot that one down for later, travelers. So, we know there's murder, an attack on Mondstadt, a Hexencircle trial, but we have no idea how all of this is connected. Seems like there's a lot for travelers to uncover. You know, if you think about it, first Natlan had a crisis with the ley lines that almost ended in death. Then,
You're not
a
wrong.
similar crisis happened in Liyue, and now Mondstadt is in danger. I can't help but
Like, all
wonder
of
if
it-
this is all some kind of terrible omen.
Yeah, but look on the bright side. It's another chance for answers. Maybe we'll uncover new clues about forces we've encountered before, or what we can expect on the road ahead.
Or maybe we'll even get one step closer to the truth of Tevat.
Yeah, and then travelers can give us all the answers.
Yeah, I think we're gonna leave all that hard work to you guys.
All right, okay, well, let's lighten things up and dive into the remaining version 5.6 events.
Yes.
First up on the docket is an event that brings us back to Fontaine, where travelers can test out their tactical brilliance in the new war game, Operation Damport Simulation.
Dude, nice.
Oh, I know. This war game comes with all new offensive and defensive gameplay. The key to success is really understanding your game pieces.
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, for example, is it a melee or ranged attack piece? Can it quickly break through obstacles or maybe even bypass them entirely? Once you feel like you know what you're doing, you can test out your skills in co-op. The actual gameplay is pretty simple. What this event really tests is strategy. For example, when adjusting your defensive lineup, you can even set traps for your opponent.
I see a button called Defensive Simulation. Looks like we can use it to test out our strategies?
That's right. And once
Clash
you
of
pick the
Clan
defensive
event.
and offensive lineup that works best for you, the battle is ready to begin. And while your opponent tries to break through your defenses, your job is to use your chosen offensive lineup to outmaneuver their strategy. The side that breaks the opposing formation first, or makes greater progress within the time limit, wins.
Okay, so it sounds like it all comes down to strategy. All right, so get tactical, travelers.
Now, if that last event was mostly about brain power, this next one is all about firepower.
Let's go.
Okay, let's take a look at the gameplay. Think this is a simple battle for coins? Haha, well, think again. Players will have the opportunity to indwell Saurians at certain points. Use their abilities to your advantage, and you might be able to turn the tides in your favor.
This looks so fun. You could just stay
Definitely.
in Saurian form the whole time and blast all the other players away.
Oh, if only. The Saurian form only lasts so long. But even in human form, you'll have Natlan character skills at your disposal. So the goal is to collect as many coins as possible to secure victory.
Nice, bro. So, this next event is called Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems. I'm sure at this point in their journey, travelers have gained their fair share of companions and have tested out their skills in a variety of different situations. But maybe there's a character you want to learn more about, like Escoffier, for example. Let's say you want to test out her potential in different team comps. Then, I highly recommend trying out this event.
Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems gives travelers the opportunity to study and test out different team compositions. The event is divided into different levels of difficulty, and there are also challenge buffs to take advantage of, so make sure to take that into account when forming your teams.
Okay.
Travelers can also take a look at the challenge record and see how their friends approached each challenge. Could provide some
I've been
food
doing
for thought.
this leaderboard
Nice.
for a
Sounds like
while.
a
Done
perfect
today.
excuse to do some experimentation and think
Very
outside the
interesting
box.
how they've been implementing
All right,
stuff.
moving on to
as of
some
late.
Genius Invocation TCG updates.
Or new
First,
cards.
a new card skin will be added to the card shop, so check it out if you're interested. Travelers can also look forward to new character and action cards added to regular mode.
Nice. More food for the card
Cool.
sharks.
There are also some major updates to automatic artistry.
So in addition to the character and action card updates, the elemental reaction effects are different.
Yeah, and during the match, there's now a card refresh option as well as mechanisms for character enhancement and replacement, so the gameplay should be even more engaging. Travelers might
They really
even
just
be able
went
to come up
into
with some new strategies
it
and
broke
surprise their
on
opponents with
this
unexpected
permanent game
moves.
mode that
That's right.
not a
And
lot of people have
finally,
played.
the ley line
But I'm
overflow
sure there
event
are
is
some
returning in
niche
version
players
5.6, so don't miss out.
playing it.
We won't, and let's take our last break. When we return, we'll talk system optimizations and a cool collab. See you on the other side,
Cool
travelers.
collab.
Bye.
Because because nothing. Really, really interesting collab. It's probably nothing. IFA Kuku 0507. So calendar 38. Yeah, pretty much upset with getting eating middle.
Welcome back, travelers.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Nation.
Let's jump right into system optimizations. Some travelers provided feedback that the brilliant blessing enhancement process in the Imaginarium Theatre was a bit confusing, which made it difficult to level up strategically and optimize character turn order. So, in the version 5.6 update, the dev team has made the brilliant blessing details page a lot more intuitive, which should make it easier for travelers to make strategic level up decisions.
Nice.
Yeah, and in addition, rewards will be available for completing the star challenges in the new season of the Imaginarium Theater that begins on June 1st.
You know what would be nice? A restart button after the final act. As it stands right now, finishing the final act takes you directly to the credits, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if you just missed that last star challenge? That would be such a bummer.
Yeah, the dev team has received that feedback as well, so a restart button is also being added to the new update.
Oh, nice.
Let's go.
That should make it easier to get full stars. All right, so this next update addresses another common problem. Travelers have probably noticed that when you go to raise a character's skills, the skill descriptions can be pretty long and dense.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. It's important for travelers to have all the details. But it's also easy to get bogged down in the weeds, so this is something the dev team has been working on. Starting in version 5.6, the descriptions on the talent and constellation pages for new characters will be optimized to be more concise, so it's easier for travelers to grasp the core information. Of course, travelers who prefer to dive into all the details can always expand the content for a more comprehensive description.
Nice. Sorting through all that information should be a lot faster now.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Our next optimization is for the treasure compass. Travelers provided feedback that while attempting to complete Natlan's warrior challenges, it was difficult to locate where to
Not
pick up
much
the
of a long
quests.
message.
So, after the version 5.6 update, the treasure compass can now track those locations.
Woo!
Yeah, they can. Warrior challenges are important because that's how you get obsidian fragments, which you can use to unlock tribal secret spaces, right? It would be nice if the treasure compass could track those too.
It can! And once your exploration progress is high enough, the treasure compass will be able to pinpoint the location of tribal secret spaces as well. Similarly, at a high enough exploration progress, more chests from various nations can also be located using the treasure compass.
Oh, nice. That should really help travelers that are stuck at 99% exploration progress.
Map pins have also been optimized.
Probably have a
Starting in
data
version 5.6,
that not a lot of players
travelers
have
can now delete custom pins in
100%
batches.
Ooh, that
the
should make it
maps.
a lot easier to start fresh if you're someone who really likes to go ham with the markers.
Definitely. Well, that wraps
Well,
up
I'm
our
not
system
one of them, but
optimizations.
I'm someone
Now
who's
it's time for some
happy for
out-of-game
that.
news.
That's right. First, we have some exciting collaboration news to share. Genshin Impact is partnering with the global beauty brand Charlotte Tilbury to launch 2 limited edition sets.
Wow.
So, let's watch the
Stuff,
preview
yeah.
trailer for the collaboration.
Outside lab. Why not? They refused to collab with game video game, do they? Yes, I don't know. Money, I guess, because money, it makes money. It makes a lot of sense, to be honest. Beauty product, huh? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
But I have even more news. In addition, Genshin Impact's third Natlan OST album, Radiance of Flame, is coming soon. Yeah, the album contains various tracks composed by the Hoyo Mix team for the Collective of Plenty and other regions. So stay tuned for the drop.
Awesome. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. The music's gonna be so cool.
So,
you know it.
Beautiful.
That it?
Wow.
Okay, let me check my scroll here. Yeah, that's all the information I have about version 5.6.
Yeah, me too. What about
That
you,
really it.
Jane?
I am just so excited to uncover more
I mean,
about the
we
Albedo
get
trial mystery and to defeat the new boss on the
a
chessboard.
lot of stuff.
I can't wait for you all to meet Escoffier. It's
Expansion
been
on
so much fun
Albedo
working on
story
her
of
and
one
just
side
gonna love her.
story.
And to follow that up, Aoife is finally playable, and of course he's gonna have Kukuku right by his side, but the mini games are always so
It's
fun
a bit
and creative.
pretty
I
big.
just can't wait.
Well, that's it for the version 5.6 special program. A new adventure awaits. I hope it brings with it new friendships,
There be
new
any
answers,
teaser
and
video?
a whole lot of fun.
There be any?
And with that, all there's left to say is, see you in game, travelers. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Stay tuned on April 13th. Oh boy. We get more stuff about this later on. At the end of the month, not at the end of the year. Oh boy. What more will they uncover, I wonder. But that's about it, I guess. Okay. Okay. How much do I rate that? It's pretty good. Very feature heavy. Very lot of stuff happening. What's that? Japan Quest, and then we have some main event stuff. Hey, we have some mini events. That seems to be really interesting on its own. So it's always been really good. So, but so I don't know. The only thing that I'm really afraid of is, unfortunately, is the English voice cast for Monster. Because, well, from the looks of it, the cast of, at least the Atlant cast will be fine, I think. I don't know about Monster. I end up learning, then I guess I have to unfortunately play in Japanese. Guess that's the only way I can enjoy it for now. But yeah, it's been a really fun stream. Not gonna lie, I enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. I'm really hoping for the best of whatever is going on with, especially the Albedo here. Damn, what do you mean he's in court right now? What do you mean? Trial for murder? Just what is going on? Wasn't expecting a filler patch to be quite heavy, but here we are. But in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction of me. And I think that's about it from me. It's been a pleasure, everyone. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Get low to the ground, it's getting better like I told you before. Double up a dead road cheddar. L to the J, say stay laced. Here's what call me Royal Flush, and I'm the ace.